What's going on, team? Matt here, back for another epic podcast episode. I've got some friggin' epic news to share. Um, so last month in January 2025, we had our biggest ever month. I'm going to reveal all the secrets. I'm going to reveal all the secrets on how I was able to do it. I will tell you the figure in a second. Not that that's super important, but the important part is actually the juicy stuff, which is actually the stats required that I was able to do that. And the number itself, as I said, the number itself isn't relevant. It's actually the stats required to be able to hit that number is the juicy part of the conversation. So I'm super keen to dive straight into that in a second, but I just want to say thank you so much for tuning in to the PT Profit Leverage and Lifestyle Show. We've been going for more than 12 months now. So this is episode 56. So we've been doing one episode per week for the last 12 months, or just over 12 months, which is awesome. One of my New Year resolution goals last year was to get the podcast up and running, and I smashed that out of the water, by the way. So um, yeah, super pumped, as I said, to go through this data with you. I'm just going to give you the exact steps that I've done, and I'll get the figure out of the way. So last month we did 120K in sales in 1 month. 1 month, 120K in sales. Now, just a little asterisk here. That is not cash collected. Cash collected, we did a lot less than that. But contract value, 120K. So and I'll be upfront and honest here. One of the things I'm working on for this month is actually getting more upfront now, or more cash collected payments. Because I've been being super slack with just getting a very small amount for the for like a deposit or something to kind of get started, and then people pay it back over time. So yeah, lesson learned there. That's the first lesson, is to get more cash up front. The reason being is because I've actually been investing in Facebook ads, as most of you would have known. You're probably seeing my ads quite a bit. So let's go through a couple things. Let's go through the ads first, and I'm literally gonna show you my ads manager. Like, I'm gonna show you all the stuff. No secrets here with me. I'm an open book. If you got any questions, I'm an open book. So let's get straight into it. I'm going to share my screen. So I've got up my ad account for the month of January. Now, as I said, you guys probably would have seen my ads already, but this is how much I spent in January: $1,378.21. I got 115 leads, costing me $11.98 per lead. Impressions, which is how many people have seen the ad, 82,453. And for those listening at home or watching, my cost per click, $2.38. My click-through rate, 0.7%, which is actually pretty low, actually, to be honest. Frequency, 2.29. So overall, not too bad for stats, but the super important part, only costing me $12 per lead. And for those who know my pricing, I've got a high ticket price. Like, it's like, for those who don't know, it's over 10K to work with me for my main option. Not all of them, but for my main one, it's over 10K. So if I'm spending $12 per lead, you can imagine it's a pretty good return on investment. Now for this, now let me just pre-frame. It doesn't just happen like this automatically. This has taken us a couple of months, and I'm working with a specific marketing agency to help me with this type of stuff. Because I couldn't get the leads as cheap on my own, let alone for this amount of volume. So for me, like, I was getting like $30 leads. So it's basically 1/3 of the price consistently for the entire month. So 115 leads, or 115 opportunities for me to you know, connect with people. Now, interesting enough, I also am quite big on organic marketing, as you guys would know. And actually, I didn't actually prepare the stats for organic. But that's okay. I'll be able to give you some rough statistics on organic, which is why I always suggest starting with organic marketing before doing paid advertising. Paid advertising just increases the amount of people watching your stuff. If your organic stuff is crap, then there's no point doing paid ads. Okay. Some people just do paid ads, and I get that. It's just not my thing. I just disagree. So for me, I personally think do organic to start with, and then do ads on top. Don't just do one or the other. So let's get into it. So 115 leads, $12 per lead. Let's get into the actual stats of my sales conversion, or how many people booked in, etc. Now, by the way, this is all me. I'm doing everything here. I'm doing all the calls. Oh, sorry, all the calls to book people in, all the consultations, all the onboarding, all the delivery. Everything is done by me. Okay, which is a lot, but because I've got a leveraged business model, which is what you guys should have as well, I've got the time. I've got the time to do it. So let's get into the stats. And again, I'm an open book here. I'm going to share my stats. Okay, if you can see this, in total, we had 41 bookings, 10 no-show, 31 consult showed up. 13 people were just a definite no sale. 7 people are booked for follow-ups, 1 pay in full, and 9 payment plans. So I got 10 new clients last month, which is pretty much at capacity. We can't really take on more than 10 each month. Cash collected, $13,725. Contract value, $120,200. So 11% was cash collected. 24% no show. Oh, what's that? No. So 24% no show. Yeah. So basically 75% of people showed up, which isn't too bad, which is pretty good, to be honest. Close rate was 32%. Not too bad considering, obviously I mainly pitch my high ticket offer, my 12-month coaching program, which gets the best results in my opinion. But interesting enough, out of those 10, this is super interesting. Out of the 10, 6 of them were from ads. 6 of them were ads, and 4 of them were organic. So for those people who just do ads, you're missing out. And people who just do organic, you're missing out as well. So my point here is to do both. Do organic plus ads for optimal performance. So as I said there, they're the actual that's the black and white stats from what happened. So let me go through like the week by week because it goes up and down. So let me just go through my stats week to week. The first week I had 1 booking and I got 1 sale, which is great. Week 2, 17 bookings and I only got 3. Got 3 from 17. 2 of them were no-show, so basically 3 from 15. Majority of these people were not the right fit, and is what it is. I need to work better on my pre-qualification phase to get a higher percentage. Next week, 10 bookings, 4 no-show. So I got 2 from 6. 2 from 6, only a 20% conversion. The next week, 7 booked in, 3 no-show, 2 sales. So 2 from 4, 50%. Then the last week, 6 calls, 1 no-show, 2 from 5. It's very up and down. So my point here is follow the process no matter what the numbers are. The process should stay the same, no matter if you're 100% conversion, no matter if you're 1% conversion, no matter if you're 40% conversion, doesn't matter. The process stays exactly the same. Law of averages always wins. Imagine what would have happened if I just chucked a hissy fit after the week that I had 17 people book in and I got 3 sales. 3 from 17. I guarantee you guys would have, I'm not guaranteed, but a lot of people would have chucked the towel in for that. Our team just had a phone call there. So what I was saying is follow the process. Don't just change the game plan because it's not going your way. Law of averages always works itself out. Okay. So that's basically my statistics for how I was able to do that. So basically I got a 10x return on my ad spend. I spent 1,370 and I made 120K or whatever that is. No, that's like 100% return. I don't know how to work that out off the top of my head. I'm having a bit of a blank here. I'm sure it's like 100% return. 120K times. 13x, I think that is. Actually, that's not right. I'm gonna let you guys work it out. But essentially, I turned $1,300 into 120K. Now, the issue that is the problem when you're doing ads, right? And for a lot of you guys listening, you're not up to this stage yet, but you will eventually if you follow the right procedures. Um, and when you actually run ads, it's when you can actually scale the business because it works for you 24/7. If I didn't take enough money up front, I wouldn't be able to scale the ads. So, for example, if I spent 1,378 on ads each month and I only took $500 of upfront payments for the month, I'm losing $800 a month on ads. Okay. So it's not sustainable. So that's why it's super important to take as much cash up front as possible when you're doing ads because you've got to cover the ad spend. So I took 13K up front, right? I'm well and truly in front with my ad spend, but I've got to make sure I keep taking enough payments up front, whether it's 500 up front, 5,000 up front, whatever it is. I need to make sure that I take enough money up front so it doesn't stop me from scaling the ads and scaling the business. Okay. So we've grown dramatically. We've probably almost doubled in the last couple of months. Probably in the last 3 months, we've probably doubled the business. But it started organically. So again, if you guys are listening to this, start organic. And this is the stuff that we teach in PC Mastery. Start organic. I'll show you how to build your audience, how to find leads on social media, how to connect with them, how to come conversations with them, how to book them in for consultations, how to close them. And then when you've got the right processes, then we do ads, and then let the fun begin. Now, there's a few other things that I haven't really covered in here in terms of systems, in terms of ads and that type of stuff. I'll do that in a separate episode. I just wanted to give you guys the pure stats of how I was able to turn 13K into 120K in 1 month. So that was the main stuff I wanted to cover today, team. But if you have any questions regarding this, as I said, I am an open book. If you want to know all the strategy, I'm happy to tell you exactly what I do. I give all my stuff. I give pretty much all my stuff out for free, and people work with me for the implementation. Okay, they work with me for the support and the implementation because nothing ever goes to plan, which means you need to change things in an individual scenario. I can give you guys the same framework that I use for my ads, and for some of you, it won't work for you at all. But then what do you do? Okay, that's why people work with me. That's why you need a mentor. So hope that's making sense, team. Now I'm not going to go into the ad itself. As I said, I'm going to do that in a separate video. But if you guys have any questions on how I'm able to do those numbers. So if you think about it, right? 115 leads. Out of the 41, majority of them were from leads. I'm sorry, majority of them are from Facebook ads, right? So if you think about it, 115 leads, I probably would have got maybe 30 consults, which is actually pretty good. That's like 1 in 4, 1 in 5 people booking in for a consultation or what I call a business audit from ads. So how am I able to do that? I give people a call very fast once the inquiry comes in. You guys should be the same, which is why when I talk about the leads in your facility, trying to get them to book in as soon as they become a member at the gym, or whenever they inquire, you want to contact them very, very fast. The longer that you leave it, the easier it is for them to just find someone else that's running ads, find someone else that's doing the same thing as you. But if they've got something that's faster, they're going to go to them because they want to solve the problem straight away. So moral of the story is, if you are doing ads, make sure that you're calling people or at least have some automations set up so they can get some type of communication from you almost as soon as they inquire. The ones that I've been able to get pretty, not easily, but the ones I've been able to get Or the reason why I've been able to get so many bookings is because I'm calling people within like 5 to 10 minutes of them sending an inquiry through. Because personal trainers are home during the day, right? And that's when I'm home. So they're sending the inquiry through. I've got my phone right beside me, and I just call them straight away. Hey, what's up? Now you guys will be able to do that to a degree, but if you can't call them within that time frame, you need to have some type of automation set up where you can. So you need to invest in like a CRM, client relationship manager, where it does it all for you. If you need help with that, we have a partnership with a CRM company that we use here at PC Mastery. If you guys want to try it for free, let me know as well. But yeah, thought I'll share their results. I'll let you know how I go in February. So when this comes out, it should be middle of February. So hopefully I can go back to back with another 100K. But yeah, I just wanted to give you guys some insights into what it's like in my business, and that'll give you some insights into what you can take into your business as well, especially if you want to run ads down the track. Now, contact just a warning: you will lose money on ads to start with. I've spent this is probably our second to third month doing ads. The first 2 months were very, very average, very average. So I lost money to start with, but now I'm making it back pretty easily now. But it takes a while. You got to test different things. Same thing with your social media. You got to test different things. What works, what doesn't work, what gets the most amount of views, what gets the most amount of engagement. You got to test. You can't don't dictate what the market wants. Let the market dictate what it wants, and then just give it to them. Give it more. So my ads are going really well right now because I figured out what they want. Now I'm just doing more stuff with what they want because I'm getting more and more people inquire with me, which is great. But the next step for me is, do I really want to be doing that many consultations every month? That's 40 consultations. They usually go for 45 minutes to an hour. That's 40 hours a month, which I know it's probably not that much, 10 hours a week. But yeah, if you guys know me well enough, you'll know that I prefer leverage and I prefer to do stuff that I want to do. So I don't want to be stuck on, business audits all the time. I want to be delivering to my clients. I want to be doing events. I want to be, spending time with the kids. I want to be, playing with the dogs, playing with the cat, etc., etc. So hope that was valuable for your team. For me personally, I would love to hear all this stuff about successful people and what they're spending money on and what the stats are. They're my stats, the exact stats that I did for January. So I hope you got some value from that. And as I said, I am an open book. So if you have any specific questions on that or how I do it, let me know. Otherwise, you can just work with me and you can find out that way. So have an awesome day. If you got value from this episode, please let me know. That's the only way I really get feedback on the podcast. And a lot of you guys are sending me some really good feedback. So appreciate you so much. And I look forward to sharing even more behind the scenes about the business.